Yeah, yes.
I'd like to applaud you for the great muni service you have in the AM.
Yes.
Every 10 minutes they
Yes.
come, it's pretty consistent. The buses aren't overcrowded. But in the PM, you don't run it at 10-minute intervals, which you should, because those same people are coming back. And it's true what they say. Sometimes the buses are just sitting down there idle, and we wonder why they're not coming. And there's a 15 or 20-minute wait between buses in the evening rush hour, and that needs to be improved.
Yeah.
I just want to say the MTA has an excellent system for letting people know problems in the system. For instance, if there's an escalator broken over at the Western Portal Union Station, usually gets the word out pretty good. But when people are depending on a bus to get to places, to get home, to get to work and so forth, there's absolutely no notice given whatsoever. I understand that the behavior is unpredictable. I understand that sometimes there's issues where bus drivers are slow coming to the island or from the island. But how come there isn't a way to let people know that, hey, you know what, the bus that you're counting on is going to be 20 minutes late, make other arrangements. At the very least, we need that.
Yes. I think you might be off. Is this about buses or about something else?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is about buses. Okay, all right.
One thing, I mean, you should take into account that you're asking people to pay a $7 per day toll for transportation. All you're providing is like substandard service. And then, you know, then you kick them all off the island, they're not even gonna see the benefits to that transportation anyway. Can I just ask another question, or you gotta talk about that?
No, I think we're ready to move on. Well, I heard all of that, and I will work with the MTA. I will talk to the director of the MTA directly about this, and that's really helpful for you all to really focus on which of the problems. And I agree with you that that's part of the problem with talking about a toll to fund for public transportation when we haven't really got it right in terms of what's happening now. And it's not your fault.
Well, I want to respond to this. How do you find out about these interruptions, like the elevator? Twitter. So okay. I just need to.
Yeah, no, it's good. Maybe there's some other way.
I'll pass the information out to our Twitter folks.
Is it about this or?
Well, we've requested actual supervisors on a regular basis. If you have enough complaints, and we have requested that a supervisor monitor this island, because it's not just safety issues, it's about it, they're not regular. So we have made multiple requests for supervisors to monitor it, and it is recorded under 311. So it's not like they don't know, they're not bringing supervisors. We have actually got denied having supervisors out here to monitor what's going on with the drivers.
All right, so we'll follow up on that.
Joint.
Yeah, Hope was saying that that they had asked for supervisors to be assigned to the island to monitor the frequency and stay on them and actually, you know, address this issue. And there was a lot of 311 calls about that, and that it hasn't happened. Okay. Is that what a fair summary?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
So already talked about using the pre-DDA distinction, I think is what it is. People who moved here after 2011, obviously, or you know, the deal is you don't have any kind of claim when you move this all up. But they're also using it to decide on whether you get a discount on the toll. And it's like, why would people who move here after 2011 be better able to afford a toll? I mean, what sense does that make? What does it have to do with anything? It doesn't.
So basically, any type of distinguishing when it comes to the toll of pre-DDA or post-2011 is unreasonable in your view?
Absolutely. The whole thing is unreasonable to begin with.
Yeah.
When I get kicked out of here, I will have lived here for 10 years, a quarter of my life. I'm 40 years old, a quarter of my life I live here, and that's a short-term resident.
Right.
You know, one planet is 10 years short-term.
Yeah, I agree with you. You want to just take that as so that file that under as you're looking for solutions or whatever it is around the toll, that there's a strong feeling that not to divide it based on pre and post DDA. All right, I'm going to work my way around. Yep, right here. Yeah. Oh, and if you could say your name, if you want to say your name.
I'm a resident here, and I'm just speaking on behalf of me and many families and other people that aren't here that live on the island, that we strongly oppose any toll at all.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Yes. Hey. Good to
So
see you,
glad-
Javi.
Thank you for coming and holding this space. I work with a supportive housing provider over on the Tenderloin, and the residents in our buildings on Treasure Island, they've expressed like a strong concern for access to healthy food.
Okay.
And having to, I guess it's kind of related to transportation, like having to go onto the main San Francisco area to get their food, and then our folks are on a fixed income, and so that's a real burden for them, and kind of like keeps them in like in poverty in a sense, right? And so I think I might, as Tida is here, I think I might direct it to them
Okay.
too. But in the Tenderloin, when there was, as you know, there was a big push to convert stores and to really expand community gardens. I was wondering, maybe Tida could answer this, or if there are like initiatives that can be put in place, or stronger attempts to help low-income Treasure Island to get access to food. Because I know it's not easy to just bring stores onto the island.
Yeah. How many people think that this is an important issue, access to food on the island?
We have
We have a grocery store.
Great grocery
Is the grocery store is,
you're the owner here, but you're
just so I understand, is the grocery store, what's the issue with the grocery store?
I mean, just that there's one, and then like
One.
sometimes like
They don't got the stuff, it's expensive.
like people have had issues with the store.
Okay,
You're paying for convenience.
Multiple trips.
got it. You want to say something about that?
Hi, Supervisor Hennig. My
Hi.
name is Cheryl Hairston. Hi, everyone. I just want to, I'm with One Treasure Island. I just want to share with those of you who don't know that every week there's a food pantry here at the Ship Shape. Alex from the food bank, One Treasure Island, we partner with the San Francisco Food Bank. There's free bags of groceries and produce that you can come to the Ship Shape every Tuesday from 3 to 5 and get a bag of groceries. So please, if you don't know, we're here. We'd love to see you on Tuesday. Tell your neighbors. Okay.
Bob, is there anything you want to add? I mean, I definitely would love to work with you too, or if there's more that we can do, or if there's certain gaps that are not covered by the grocery store. I mean, obviously, most neighborhoods, yeah, it's fair to say, it's not enough to just have one store, and there's other restaurants on the island and such, but I could see why they want to have more opportunities and things that, and so we're happy to talk to you about that.
Just that you also mentioned community gardens, and that's something that's been discussed on the island a lot over the years. And this spring, we are working with a group out of Oakland called Indigenous Permaculture, and we're going to be setting up an area for a raised community garden bed at Exposition and Gateview. So if you have an interest in being part of that, maybe email tida@sfgov.org, and we'll make sure to include you in the list when we start getting some work days scheduled.
Great. I promised the people who are standing in the back to get first dibs because they had to stand. So does anybody else in the back want to ask a question or bring up a topic? Yes, and then I'll come down.
Thank you for your presence here today. Clipper Cove is a city treasure, and it's really kind of unguarded because there's no one trying to protect it outside of the marina and the sailing center. I would just really encourage you to prevent that from being taken from the city and turned into an exclusive area we can't use in the future.